Okay, today we have a Sony Handycam HDR-CX150, and the camera was dropped and this part kind of came apart. Put it back together. Now it does not want to light up. It still turns on, but the screen doesn't light up. All the buttons light up. If I hit record, sounds like it's recording. Sounds like it's turning off. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna try to take it apart. Hopefully just the maybe just the ribbons popped off of it, or it seemed kind of weird that if it hit right here and that's something cracked inside. So we're gonna go ahead and take it apart and see what we can find. So let's get started. So we want to use a small screwdriver here. I'm going to take off any screws that we see here. So let's go ahead and take the battery off first. Let's go ahead and take those off. I believe most of these screws are almost all the same size, so don't worry a whole lot. I think this has a memory card too, so let's go ahead and take that out before I forget. That card out of there. Might need a little magnet, make it easy for you. And then I'm going to take the ones off the bottom too. So there's a few of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go and take them all off. This is the camera I normally use to film all my YouTube videos. I mean, it isn't the greatest camera, but it does produce pretty decent video. The sound is okay. It doesn't have an external a mic that you can plug into it. Yeah, that screw doesn't want to come out. But it's a pretty nice camera. I really liked it. It was given to me as a gift a long time ago. Okay, the next step would be to take all these screws behind here off, where the battery is. Those out. Open up the little door. There's another screw in there. I just like to get them all off, so then that way I'm not sitting there trying to guess that. You know, I didn't put. Now that one looks a little bit longer, so we're going to put that one aside. All these other ones look pretty much the same. Okay. So got that and that. There's another one up here. That other one I couldn't get off, just fell off right now. So we got that one off. Okay. Let's see if there's any more. I think there might be something. Now I know there's one right here. That one's really small, so that one's different. So the small one goes there, and the longer one went inside of here. And then besides that, all the other ones were pretty much the same. Okay, now there's one more right here. We missed the one here. They're just so small. I've never taken one of these apart, so this will be my first time taking one apart. That one's the same. Okay, so now let's see this piece. So it looks like this top piece might have to come out because there's something, seems like it's grabbing here. So let's see what we got. Huh. Interesting. So let's take this bottom piece off and see what we got there first. It would only make sense if certain thing comes off in a certain order. Make sure there's no screw in there. Okay. Could have swore this piece came out first. Aha. Okay, missed the screw right here. There's one right there that's holding that side panel on. Didn't see that one. Okay, there we go. So then that comes off. So that screw there was holding that right there. Okay, that's good there. Okay, so we got our camera, and then we took off the side piece first. Got that one out first. Set it aside. Now, if I was trying to do something over here, I would figure I would have to remove that. I'm trying to get to this part over here. Okay, so this top piece, there's a screw there. So let's go ahead and take that off. Seems to be the same size. Okay. That just popped right off. So that goes like that. popped off of there. All right. So by the looks of this, it looks like you have to completely take it apart in order to just to get to this, which is kind of ridiculous, but I guess that's what we have to do. God, what a joke. Yeah, it seems like I might have to pull this part off in the back to separate it from the front somehow. I don't know if something's holding that up front. Feels like there's something holding it up there. I don't know what it is. Could be something under here, maybe underneath this top panel here. So once maybe this comes out in the back, this comes out and then there's something there. Oh well, not what I wanted to do, but so that piece has to go back under there when we put it back in, like that. That's out of there. Now, we have screws here. I don't know what that's holding, well, not holding. So we're gonna go and take those off. Same size. Okay, so I just took off one side cover. Which is exposing the screw now down here. Okay, that's one side cover there. Okay, and the other one, now you're able to take off that top piece, which has a ribbon there. And now we have a screw up front. Now these ribbons are really delicate, so God, I really don't want to take it off. You want to take off as least amount as possible here. On top here. It's good to have a magnet because you don't want any screws falling into the actual camera and having to dig out for them. Okay, we got more screws in here. Well, aha. Looks like our ribbon got damaged. I think that's the spot. See that ribbon right there? It looks smashed. Oops. Look at when it fell right here, it crushed that ribbon. Oh man, I'm gonna have to try to find a ribbon for this. Yeah, it mashed it up pretty good. So that's what happened. That's exactly where it fell on. Well, we definitely have to take it all apart now. Okay. So, now we just gotta completely disassemble it because I don't know what's all involved in putting that ribbon back on, but I know this piece probably has to come out because we gotta get inside of there. There's just a lot of stuff. We just took the ribbon off of here because we're gonna take this apart over here. We just gotta pretty much kind of disassemble the camera. Sorry if my hands are getting in the way, I just can't. It's really hard for me to see and film at the same time. Okay, so we just took off this side switch and the ribbon on the side. That's the part that goes up on top, like so, and then it would plug in right in there, and then it would bolt right back down there. Okay, let's put that over there. Now you're saying, why am I taking this apart? I'm saying the same thing. There's a lot of screws that kind of hold other things and they get in the way, so it's really hard. You can't really see anything over here that needs to come off. It just seems like it's all kind of assembled and then everything goes assembled on top of it. It's really weird. So, like I said, I've never taken one of these apart, so I'm not sure. I watched a video on one guy, he did the exact same thing, and I wondered why. So, yeah, that's what, now we know why. So, yeah, because something over here is definitely holding something in place here. so I just unhooked the front part right there. That seemed to loosen something up here a little bit. There it is. Okay. So on here, there's a little spot right here where it clips onto that little ball right there. You gotta like wedge a little screwdriver right here to pop that forward, and then it releases this front part. So now I'm starting to see there's 4 screws there, okay. And then there's a ribbon right there that we need to pull off so we can get this front piece off. Gotta be super careful with these. It's gonna be fun putting those back in because they're really hard to get to right there. Okay, we're getting closer and closer. So we got most of the base of it off. We know that the part that is damaged is in here. So now we gotta see how to get in there. Looks like there's a screw behind here somewhere, but that cover would have to come off first. And there's a screw behind there, which means that this has to detach from the frame. So I'm thinking this weird looking thing here, weird colored one, goes on top right here where that little thing was. Ah, look at that. That's the main culprit right there holding everything together. Okay. Once we got you detached from there, now what? Now we got a set of ribbons that we have to remove here and here to detach this whole piece, and then we can get to that ribbon right there. So we got to take this one and this one off, and then we have access to that there. Okay. Now we got to be super careful here. I like to kind of use a flat screwdriver, kind of pull it evenly, see if it comes out. I don't want to damage more stuff than's already damaged. And then this one's already flattened out here. That's going to be fun to get out. Come on. Come out, wherever you are. Come on, Papa. There it goes. It came out from both sides. So one of them goes like that. It goes like, I guess when I pulled them both out. Yeah. So it's basically a dual ribbon. One goes in here, and then one goes in there. You can see it's kind of curved. And then this will be kind of like the same thing. This one's like not wanting to come out. Why, I don't know. You'd think it would come out. see a lock on it. Okay, got it. Got it out. Oof, scary. Okay, and then so then this one would come out like, okay, so then I guess that's why you would pull this apart too, which is just a screw there, so then that way you can access that that ribbon a lot easier. So I'm now I'm seeing why this was completely taken apart like that, just because the access of that ribbon is very limited. So by pulling all these things off, you make it that much easier, I guess. Okay. Now what's grabbing this crap? You gotta be kidding me, man. You think that pop out right there? That would come up like that. There's another bolt in there holding something. Okay, this looks like it has to ungauge from there. I mean, I might just not take that off. I might have to just fight with it a little bit to get that. Well, I just ripped that ribbon, but it was already ripped. There it is. Yeah, that was pretty damaged. And then I think there's only one little power thing there. It's got to be real super careful because the wires are really thin. Let's see if I can show you. It's right there. There's two little wires right there. I think it's the little speaker that makes that little ding. I think some needle nose pliers might work here to grab those little wires there. Try to pull them up. There it goes. Take it off of there. Okay. So it's basically this main ribbon that goes from here into here, and then it goes up into the camera, that part that ripped. So I could either try to find a used piece like this that already has that ribbon and then just slap it on like that, or I'm gonna have to try to find an actual ribbon. There's a part number, I believe, on there. And then there's more dismantling, because you got to go into the screen, I think. I can't tell if that ribbon just goes in there like that and then you just replace this part. I would assume that that's how it would work. It'd be kind of stupid if it didn't. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to take these screws off and see if this piece comes forward, to see if that ribbon comes off, and see if we can just get a new ribbon for it. I did see one of these used online, the whole piece, but you know, used, you never know what you're getting, so you buy a used one. And then, okay, these screws are a little longer. These ones actually go into the screen. Yep, both of these are the same size. doesn't seem like it comes right out, to tell you the truth. I think it goes inside of there. I think it actually goes inside this piece, inside of here, and from there it attaches somehow in there. Okay, I guess once you got those screws off, I guess then this piece comes off. I don't know how that would come off first. Okay, let me see. Okay, then I'm gonna get this all confused because there's another piece under there. Hey man, this is pretty complex, to tell you the truth. I don't get it. Oh, it comes out. Even if I took this whole board off, I don't see how that comes out. Okay. Wait a minute. The screen has a screw right here. I didn't see that. That one's small. Sure it is, that has one. Okay, now I'm assuming this thing's gonna pop open. Right? I mean, why not? Okay, losing my mind here, guys. Let's see how that piece comes off though. Or this one. I see there's a piece that goes underneath that plastic piece there. But this one seems a little bit smaller. I don't know why. Maybe it's just in the area it's in. same size. This is the port for the HD. Taking that off. Okay, now we have a little bit more access here. Let's see how this ribbon is on here. Just looks like it's kind of bent there. And then it just goes on there. Okay. It comes like that. And how does it come out? Thinking there's a securing bracket of some kind on here. I thought maybe this thing came off. There is a clip here. Maybe that has something to do with that. So I just popped this part off, which basically gave me access to the ribbon. Okay. So once we loosen those up, we pull that back, and we can actually, should be able to pull this ribbon out. It looks like it comes out. Does it? That's gonna be hard to put in. Can't tell if it goes in there or not. Well, the cover came off, but this part hasn't come off. Shoot. How we get you out, man? Something that we're not seeing. Could it be you? Could be this piece right here. Could be this front piece. This little chrome piece that looks like it's a cover. Could it? Stay tuned. Okay, let's see how for the door. Get that snap back in. Which didn't help. Get it. Something's holding that in there. A screw or something, or it's gotta be from up here or something. see it. Put that part off. Something has to have that so it slides out. There's gotta be. There's just no fucking way it can't be. Oh, brother. What have we got ourselves into? Okay, so we're just going to take the screen off. Maybe there's something under there that we can't see. We haven't seen. Okay, so this cover does come off. Okay. I'm assuming that that's probably our ribbon that goes in there so it doesn't pull out like we thought. Of course not. It wasn't going to be that easy. There's 3 screws to take the board off. So I guess we're going to go into these. These are silver screws, so these are going to be different. It's winded up in there. Oh. Okay, so that comes off of there. Okay. So if we were to pull off this cover, take those 2 screws off, pull off this cover, then we would have the whole screen right here. And if you look down here, we can see right inside of there, it's winded up. I've worked on a couple of car stereos that have like flip screens. And since this thing rotates, I guess that's how they do it on here. And they're usually a pain. And the reason they're a pain is because you have to make sure that the I just didn't know if this was locked or not. Sometimes these are locked. They haven't been on any of them, but yeah, so it just pulls out. And then it goes to a couple of guides right there. Kind of hooks on there. It goes right in through here, and then it goes into here, and it goes into the board. So if we pull those out, see how it's spun to the left? Okay, so this is the actual screen with the board. Which is still good. Now, the part that we're trying to fix is going to be a little bit more complex. We want to do this. Man, There's another cover there that probably comes out. You see how that's winded in there? Man. Oh, there's two covers. So this pops off. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to come out. This goes completely out. So you get your ribbon, put it back in, and it goes in like that. Okay. Man, what do we get ourselves into here? So this ribbon is pretty much wounded up on here. If you can see right there, it's wounded up like that. And then it comes out on the top of this bar here with about, I don't know, about that much space. That's important because if you wind it up too tight and it rotates, it'll rip the ribbon. I remember something like that. Like I said, when I was doing a car stereo, you have to like count the amount of winds that it has. But we do have a part number here. We could probably try to fish this ribbon out. Or if we don't want to go through this whole hassle, we can just get another whole screen and then just, I guess we can go that route too. Because I think a used screen is about $50. We don't want to mess this up with this. There's a plastic piece here that we have to be real careful with. You see this? That kind of goes right behind there. See that, how it moves? Has a guide right there. And then it goes under here. So we're going to go and move that just to know that piece goes right here. Okay. We're getting to the bare bone of this now. Now it's about removing this cover now, which should come off now. Somehow, some way. There it goes. There it goes. So basically I just kind of put my little screwdriver here and kind of pried it open. Then we'll get that piece out of the way. And then you can see in here how that ribbon lines up. It has a little spot right there where it goes right in. So then this, we're going to count them. 1, 2. Okay, so it lines up there, and then you go, it'll line up. Oh my God, I keep getting out of camera. It lines up right there straight, and then you would wrap it 3 times. 1, 2, and then the third one, boom, which gives us that space that we're looking for when we put it back in, right? Like so. Wow, this does not look like fun at all. That's the space we're looking for right there. I'll probably have to go back and look at this video about 4 or 5 times before I can put this back together. This is very complicated, but this ribbon was bad. So we'll go ahead and try to look for one online, and then I guess try to put it back together when we get it. A lot of stuff taken apart just to get to that